Okay, so cicadas, I won't say a whole lot about them, but there is a lot that could be said. They're fascinating insect, but they, of course, the adults are generally what you're going to see. The larvae generally are found underground, and they're feeding on the roots of like grasses and things like that. But they can actually be in their pupal stage, for example, or their larval stage can actually be underground for quite some time, for long periods of time, especially the so-called periodical cicadas, which can be found underground for long periods of time, like 17 years, for example. And then when they come out, they can be present in large numbers. But usually what we find, especially in this part of the world, in Florida, is what's called the dog day cicada, which we have a few of them every year, and they make a loud sound. Of course, you hear that loud buzzing sound during the summer, and they're referred to as the dog day cicadas because you hear them during the dog days of summer. So cicadas, of course, they have a large body, right? They have these very large, distinctive eyes, and their elytra, their wings are very distinctive. They're clear and or transparent and very large and distinctive. So they do feed on trees. The damage is minimal, but you tend to see what looks like. We don't have an example here, but it looks like somebody took like a little saw or something and made little sort of little divots or little wounds along the twigs, and the damage from these cicadas can be usually quite minimal when it's a dog day cicadas. It's usually only when you have the periodical cicadas, you have large numbers of them, that you have many twigs and ends of the branches that die and break off and things like that, that you end up having any kind of significant damage. And even then, it's only to small ornamental trees and things like that it would be any kind of impact. But the main identifying features, of course, is that large body, those large distinctive eyes, and the transparent wings that are obvious, very, very obvious. And sometimes, of course, you see as they molt, you will see their exoskeletons laying around. That's very frequent that people see those as well. So that is cicada.